What's up, everybody? Andres here, Café Tres Estrellas. Just got done with a squat workout. Went to the gym this morning. Usually hit the gym as early as I can before work. If I wake up on time, sometimes I hit the snooze button a little too often and I don't make it out of bed on time. But this morning I got out of bed on time, came to do a squat workout. Typical squat workout, almost died. But the gym is where I do most of my thinking. It's relatively, well, it's basically empty in the morning when I go. No one's there, so I have no distractions, and I'm able to do my workout and, think about stuff without having any interruptions. So two things happened to me this morning. I made two mistakes in my workout. I make a lot more mistakes, but today we'll only talk about two of them. So, and those mistakes got me thinking about, they can happen in life as well, right? So that's another thing that I think about in the gym. Mistakes happen, but it's important to recognize them and learn from them and find out how you or implement a plan not to do them again. But anyway, having a plan. So it's good to have a plan. I had a plan this morning. I had a plan since last week of what I was going to do today. So I had a plan, and I wrote that plan out. So I thought about what I wanted to do, how I wanted to execute it, what I wanted to do in not only this workout but subsequent workouts, building on this one. So I wrote it out for multiple weeks. So I thought the plan out and I wrote it down, right? That's what you're supposed to do. So my last set of squats before my max set, we'll call it, I'm supposed to do an AMRAP set. So you can look that up, AMRAP. It's as many reps as possible. But what ended up happening was I didn't look at my plan, right? I thought I knew my plan and just basically winged it. And I ended up doing just the minimum reps, right? So it really, did nothing for me other than warm myself up some more for my next set, which was my max set. So it's great to have a plan. It's great to write the plan out. But if you don't refer to the plan before you execute your next step of the plan so that you know what you're supposed to be doing next, you might not execute it to your fullest ability or what you wanted to execute in that step of the plan. So, that could either slow your progress down, or, you might take a couple of steps back because you didn't execute the plan as written down. So, it's great to have a plan. It's great to plan it out. You can have a great document and it can be written out to the nth degree. But if you don't refer to it before you execute it so that you know what you're supposed to do in that step, that plan does you no good, right? You might as well have not have written the plan and just gone into whatever you're doing and then whatever you felt like doing for the day, right? So referring to your plan, executing it, and if you want to take it a step further, changing your plan along the way based on the feedback you get from the previous step, right? When you write something out, you don't know what's going to happen in what outside influences are going to hamper you or help you while you're executing your plan, right? It could be something that you didn't think of that pops up. So that step doesn't go as you had written out. So now you're not in the position that you wanted to be. So you have to now rethink your plan to get yourself back on course so that you can keep making progress. And on the other side, it could be something good, right? You execute the step better than you thought you would have, and now your progress is a lot further than you thought it would be in that step. You shouldn't, at that point, you shouldn't slack off because you're further along. You should now rewrite your plan based on that, improvement or, that improvement you've made on the step you thought you would be at a certain level at, so that you can now be further along in your plan. Right? So that's number one mistake, right? Refer to your plan, and a little side note, adjust your plan as needed so you can keep making progress. Second mistake I made this morning was that in the gym we have this piece of equipment called a monolift. You can Google that. It's just a fancy squat rack. So the monolift is adjusted by an hydraulic piston, and under the piston, or it drives up a lever. Under the lever you put a safety pin, just in case the hydraulic piston fails and the safety pin catches the piece of equipment. Anyway, this happened after I made my mistake, so it could have been that I was upset or not thinking clearly, or something was going on in my head besides what I was supposed to be doing. While adjusting the monolift for my next exercise, I put the pin in before I actuated the piston, and I caught the safety pin in a position where it shouldn't be, and it was now stuck. So I freaked out, and I'm gonna mess up this expensive piece of equipment, right? The gym owner's gonna kill me. I gotta pay to get it fixed, and you don't know what's gonna happen at that point. And I panicked, and I gave it one more adjustment, thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, and I got it stuck even further. So now you gotta think about what you're gonna do. Are you gonna, call somebody? Are you gonna, freak out? But at that point, I did what I should have done prior to freaking out the first time. Is I stepped back and I said, how can I fix this with the least amount of damage, right? So I thought about it. I figured out a way to get the pin out without messing up the equipment or bending the pin or getting hurt, right? Because it's a pretty, big piece of equipment. So I was able to get the pin out, but, moral of the story is, if you mess up, if you make a mistake, right? Don't make a decision while you're panicking, right? You make a mistake, and then you made a mistake. There's no point in going any further, right? Stop, think about what you did, and think about what you can do to salvage the situation without causing any more damage, and trying to minimize the damage that you've already caused, right? Because if you have a goal, if you have a plan, the key is to make it to the end, right? Yeah, you want to get there as quick as possible, but no one's watching how long you take to get to your goal, right? So if you have to take 2 steps back to take 3 steps forward, right, you're still 1 step ahead, right? So that's what's important. Progress every day towards your goal is important, however small. So if you make a mistake, don't panic, and don't make a decision while you're panicking, right? Because that decision that you make while you panic might be even worse than the mistake that you made in the first place. So anyway, those are the 2 things that I learned in the gym today. I should have probably known those things prior to getting into the gym. Would have had a better workout, but nonetheless, I learned something today while I was working out, so I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. And I'll post my squat workout. I'll post my squat workout on my personal channel, and I'll link it I'll probably post this on YouTube. So I'll post this on my personal page, and I'll post it all around so you can see what I'm talking about and my squat workout. And anyway, thanks for listening. That's what I had to let you guys know today, and I will talk to you next time.